What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review, and today we are talking about 2007's Ghost Rider. And this movie, for me, as a kid, in 2007, at the ripe age of 8, this movie hit me. I was a Nicolas Cage fan, I was a motorcycle fan, a guy with a flaming skull riding a motorcycle. Just cool. Just the coolness of this character, the character itself. Cool as shit. This movie, they tried to go darker. They had the Mephisto, the Dark Heart or Black Heart or whatever his name is, and that whole character and his 4 little goons, the water guy, the sand guy, the wind guy. I get it. You had elements. You're those guys against fire. Who's gonna win? The fire guy, of course. Fire is the most badass of the elements. If you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know this. Only the man that controls them all is the one that truly is the Avatar and the best. But regardless of that, Ghost Rider, the first one, Eva Mendes, I enjoyed it. I'm a sucker for a love story, so that when they're kids, and they're at the carny and she's in love with him, then they grow up and she grows up to be this gorgeous Eva Mendes, and and Nicolas Cage obviously grows up to be the older Johnny Blaze, and that comes back. That's also perfect name. Johnny Blaze is the guy that catches on fire at night. Just all around, whoever made this character, spot on with the name, with everything. And even though I know he's not the only Ghost Rider, I know there's Robbie Reyes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., played by, wasn't it the guy, Gabriel Luna? Wasn't him that played Tommy, Joel's brother in The Last of Us recently? He was great in that role. He's probably going to have a much bigger role. If you guys know The Last of Us Part 2 video game, Gabriel Luna is probably going to have a much bigger role in Season 2 or even Season 3 of The Last of Us TV show, so stay tuned for that. I'm super excited for that. But, the possibilities of Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider coming back to the MCU. I know he was in a brief little cameo as Rider form in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where you saw Robbie Reyes get his powers. I haven't seen that show, but I've seen the cliff notes and stuff on YouTube, all the juicy parts. But regardless, I do think that it might not be the best movie and the CGI might not hold up, but the fire and just the character, that skull doesn't look very good, and just that fire doesn't look very great. But just how they did this movie in 2007, it stood out to me as a movie that I rewatched all the time as a kid. Whenever it was on FX or TV, I was always watching this movie. So, it couldn't have been that bad. So I gave this movie a 3 out of 5 stars. For me, this movie still holds up, and I'll still watch it. I don't look at that movie like the Silver Surfer movie, where I'm I don't ever want to watch this again. It's more I still like Nick Cage, and I still like fire, and I still like darker things where where he sells his soul. That whole scene to me really works, and I'm ooh, the blood drips on the signed line, and Devil is real creepy, and he's Johnny. His face turns into a demon. Oh man, there's certain parts in that movie that don't work at all. The Black Heart and stuff for me, the souls, that dark stuff, not really into it. But Sam Elliott being the original Ghost Rider, Carter Slade or whatever his name is, and he's the one that rides the Ghost Rider horse. That whole, yeah, he Sam Elliott, perfect cast for that. The little opening monologue that he has, the souls of the sun been gotten, that works for me, and it was definitely, to me, better than Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, although the bike and the actual character design of Ghost Rider himself in the second movie, I think, got better. The CGI got better. It got darker, right? It got way more frightening. This Ghost Rider wasn't just a white skull that was on fire. It was this guy that's clearly been burnt and charred. His jacket was bubbling from the heat. The bike was just ripping on fire. The fire just looked a lot better by the time we get to Spirit of Vengeance. So that will be coming up in the Marvel Rewatch timeline soon enough, I'm sure. And I know in the last video in Rise of the Silver Surfer, I said the next video was going to be The Incredible Hulk, but I forgot that 2007 Ghost Rider came out. So 2008, we go and we jump to The Incredible Hulk in the next Marvel movie rewatch. That one is actually a really good one to me, and we'll talk all about that in the next video. But stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one talking about The Incredible Hulk. Edward Norton, 2008. All my links in the description below. Comment if you got any questions. If you're watching these Marvel rewatch too, where are you in the rewatch? Which one has been your favorite? What are your scores? I really want to hear all this information, and I love each and every one of you that are checking out these videos, and I appreciate it. And hit that like button, subscribe, follow all my social media links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.